Hey, what's up, traders? Mike here with the watch list video for Friday, April 21st. Another narrow range day on the SPY, another slow day for day traders like myself. I need one or two stocks, getting that kind of crazy move, and then I can make some money. Haven't really had any kind of little, I hate to call them market leaders because they're not market leaders, but they're day trader leaders, right? Haven't really had that, so just another kind of dead day, green, but nothing to brag about. Gunil gave PTPI in chat. Hold on, I've got extended hours on there. Well, let me quickly show you why I have extended hours on there. Wish, WISH, is ripping in after hours. Big stock buyback, I believe. So that one is already on my watch list for tomorrow. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that. But anyway, let me get extended hours off here. And then go back to PTPI. And just a second mouse through 8, right? Opened below 8, ran, pulled back. And then he called it back through 8 there with the high of day above as another catalyst. And you had the 850 catalyst back there and just ripped through both of them real quick. And these are the kind of entries we look for, right? Something that within 5 or 10 minutes, you're scaling out for a really, really nice percentage gain. We like stuff that works right away, which makes fewer entries for sure, right? It makes for fewer entries because we try to wait and catch those stat catalyst scenarios, maybe second mouse, whole number inflection point, all of those things put together. And you get a pretty good combination for a possible quick rip, right? And when you're a day trader, honestly, that's what you want. You don't want it to chop around or go red, and then you start worrying about, hey, should I average down? And then all the bugaboos kick in, right? So anyway, gonna go right to it here. CNSP, big volume today, closing well off its highs, but it's been holding up pretty well. I'm gonna keep that on watch for tomorrow. XPO, I know you guys know I'm in cash every night, so these are things that may give a trade tomorrow, but I feel like that needs to be said every now and then. XPO, I think, had earnings and a really strong close, maybe a follow-through day tomorrow. Nova, N-O-V-A, big volume, strong close. That one had a nice headline today. We're going to watch that one. I played a couple pullbacks in that one today, made a few bucks on that. OCTL, let me zoom in so you can kind of see. This is, I'd have to call this a sleeper pick. Back here, I think it was maybe, don't quote me on this, maybe lumped into the AI craze, but it ran from 255 to 446, gave a lot of it back, went sideways, but starting to curl up. So it's just a sleeper pick. We'll see if it gives any kind of a setup. VYNE, quiet inside day. Let me pan out a little bit here. Quiet inside day after the big rip yesterday. Goes on a chart. BFRG, big rip today. You guys were on that, I think, through 8? And then again over 820. Some nice calls in chat on that one. Definitely worth watching because you've got all-time highs right here from, I don't know, maybe 2.5 weeks ago of 950. So we've got today's high, possible 950 break, some possible catalysts above. MNMD, I like the chart, but it feels like nobody's watching it. I'll zoom in a little. Well, I like it like this. So popped up 3 sessions ago to 397, and it's kind of flagging sideways since. But volume, I don't know. Feels like nobody's watching it. I'm going to keep it on a chart. SATX is compressed as everything is because of this big pop to 80 back here, which compresses all of these candles. You can still see a little blip there, right? And big volume. Now I'll zoom in to get a better look, get all that stuff out of the way. That's a pretty good sized candle today, right? 85 cents to about $1.50. And a pretty strong close. So we're definitely going to watch that one tomorrow. SABS. Now I got to pan back out. I like to get like a 6 or 7 month look. SABS had a big rip 3 days ago, then a lower high, another lower high. Another one that feels like nobody's watching it. But over today's high would be 97 cents. And then you've got yesterday's high 99. Then the whole number of dollar could be a psychological level. And if you get above that, maybe a rip. So it did have good news the other day, and you could argue that it's, even though it had this kind of topping tail and it's closing, and you could say, well, there's bag holders here. If you go back a full week or so, you can say, hey, it's here, and it was here. It's holding up pretty darn well, all things considered. So that one goes on the chart. And Riot is a Bitcoin play. You could probably pick any one, but Bitcoin has been really strong, and now is down several days in a row, and you're right down to the 20-day on Riot. So I've chosen this one. You could have Bitcoin on a chart to see if Riot's given a setup, you kind of want it to follow Bitcoin. So anyway, that is a pretty good chart setup though for a potential bounce tomorrow. And then I already mentioned Wish, which the daily is not interesting. If I switch to 60s, this is how my charts work. you can see that it was a recent reverse split, right? Looks like a gap up. You go back to the daily and you don't see the gap up. That's how my charts handle it. I've learned to figure that out. But anyway, since it's a recent reverse split, you know, lower float, closed at 718. As I'm talking right now, it's trading at 916. So certainly a potential gapper tomorrow. We'll add other gappers to the list as well. And you know what? I didn't have this on the list, but let me put this out there. HSTO closed at $1.01. Right now, it had news and after hours. It's trading at $1.40. So if that one's, I'm going to add that to the gap play list as well. It doesn't cost us anything if we wake up in the morning and these are no longer gapping, right? Then we just don't watch them because they don't hold overnight, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's it for me. We'll add other gappers in the pre-market together, and hopefully we'll have a good Friday. All right, I'm done babbling.